Alright, we're in episode 45 of LEGO Marvel Superheroes, and now we're going to begin the free play parts. So at the beginning of any free play section, you get to select one character, and then you're given a partner character, assuming you're not playing with somebody co-op. So I've chosen Spider-Man Civil War, purely for the sake of being able to use that character and kind of show some of the things he can do, because, you know, you don't really need to use Spider-Man for anything else. And then we were also given Hawkeye. Now, we won't really use Hawkeye for much, but, you know, that's neither here nor there, because we're going to be shifting around between characters depending on what we need, and our objective is very clear. We need to collect all the mini-kits, find the red brick, and if we don't have the True Avenger bonus yet, we need to go and get that. Okay, so now in the free play, you will not get the ability to play the little transitional sections, and I have sped through the cutscenes in order to get right down to the level itself. All right, so here's Loki setting up to attack us like he did the beginning of the Avengers story. And I might as well point out that, yes, we are going to play through the Avengers story and then the Ultron story in their correct chronological order. Since we're not constrained by the story mode anymore, we're going to do struck off the list at the beginning of the Ultron storyline instead of at the very beginning of things, even though that was technically the first level that we did. So, if you're looking at my little screen, you can see I've run across some characters and unlocked them. I've also bought a couple characters. I mean, you saw me buy the Sam Wilson version of Captain America, as Ultron destroys a blob right there. But for the most part, I'm going to keep optional characters locked until the very end, unless I need them for something. And the only thing that I really need them for is created character pieces. Like when I was trying to create a female hero character, I just wanted more options, so I went ahead and unlocked a number of the woman or the female characters in the game, and that hasn't happened yet. You could even look at the screen to know I haven't done that. So you can see this is the stuff we've done before, and we have not got true Avenger status on this level, just because of some stud management in the storyline. So, you know, we will have to destroy everything for the sake of getting studs, and that probably will make this last a little bit longer than it needs to, since we've already found one of the mini-kits, and we had a mini-kit or two from when we played through the storyline. Alright, so I've got Spider-Man destroying some stuff. Spider-Man has his powers from LEGO Marvel Superheroes. He can shoot his webs. You know, he's got acrobatic skill. Spider-Man has also gained the technical ability. And so he can operate computer panels and those kinds of things. His spider sense will be the way that we're going to shortcut through a lot of these, you know, the sensor stuff. I'm also going to use created characters where I can. So here's the Iron Bulldog from earlier. And notice he was able to charge up and charge that thing in order to find another mini-kit. And then I spent a few minutes after I break some studs trying to figure out what to do on the other side here. Ultimately, you know, after a brief period of time as the Iron Patriot to fly and get that mini-kit, I noticed that the guy didn't have a white circle, which you need in order to pull down that lever. So clearly something else was needed in order to activate the white circle. So I'm going to cut away here after we select Loki in the character select, as I was trying to find my way around through here. And we're going to be down on the second floor where the Hulk the Age of Ultron version of the Hulk, just because I like the color pattern. I think it makes a little more sense. Obviously, the first Hulk is more cartoonish, but now we've got the the fourth mini kit, and then we find the Collector. Now, in a free play, the Collector is hanging out in every level that's not DLC, and he'll charge you with a task to find something that he will exchange for one of the Lego red bricks. The red bricks that become power-ups or stud multipliers or other things. Alright, so we've got a Captain America switch back here. So we're going to grab a Captain America, just not the one you were probably thinking of. And that's going to let us into this bunker, or whatever you want to call it, and there's a character token there, and that is the character token for Absorbing Man. So now we have one of the 3 character tokens from this level, and we're going to go back up to the place where we were before. Remember, Sam Wilson can fly as Captain America. And lo and behold, now that white circle is there. So we just need a character who has mind control powers, and so for this, I'm going to use my created character that has Loki's staff to get him to pull the lever and reveal the little rocket that the Collector is looking for. Right, so we'll use Spider-Man to pick that up, and then we'll deliver it back down to where the Collector is. And that will put us in pretty good shape. The Collector always has some cute dialogue for the things that you find, or he'll tell you if he's disappointed with you in the way that you handled something, but he'll accept what you did anyway. There's always something for him to say. All right, so we are back up top. The one power of Spider-Man I forgot to mention is his ability to walk up walls. That's at least true in the city levels. I didn't try to do it here, so I can't really tell you if it was something that he can do out there or not. But we're going to go into the Iron Patriot. And if you're wondering, okay, why the Iron Patriot and why not Hawkeye or Iron Man? And the reason for this is when we start fighting people, the Iron Patriot has better anti-personnel weaponry than, he shoots faster than Hawkeye. But, don't get too attached to him because we got a lot of things to do. Okay, you can see the setup where Hawkeye would shoot that down in the first episode, but there's also a Hydra symbol on this computer panel. So we're going to change to a Hydra character. In this case, Baron Zemo. And honestly, I don't know what that gained us, because it's not easy to tell from here. So we're going to switch back to the Iron Patriot, and we're going to start moving forward, looking for more studs and more things to find. With the several Lokis. Alright, so we get to this point. Now, if you get too close to Loki, he will push you back, and it will cost you a heart, depending on how close you get to him. So, what I decided to do is, after blowing up something over there randomly, and sneaking past Loki to get the studs only to have him kill me anyway. I used the Iron Patriot's laser here to unleash that little box and force Loki to move away from that position. So now he's located over there. And now he's using our friends as fodder. Okay, but again, we have the Iron Patriot, who's a pretty good melee fighter and a very good distance long-range fighter, although not as good as he was in Lego Marvel Superheroes, simply because the enemies have been given more, have been adjusted to resist his firepower better. All right, so we have a computer to play with, and we're going to get to that, but first we're going to make sure we have everything cleaned up over here. All right, so try to destroy some stuff, gain some more studs, running around, shooting Spider-Man because there's nothing else to shoot over here. And then we come across this thing, which needs to be repaired. Well, there's only one character that can repair this. At this point I didn't know what Spider-Man's full abilities are, and I tried to see if he was any sort of repairman. It turns out he is not. The only repairmen I'm aware of in the game, and I could be wrong about this, are Iron Man in any of the Iron Man suits that actually recognize Iron Man, and Leo Fitz from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Otherwise, I don't know of any others. So we're going to go ahead and grab an Iron Man. In this case, the Mark 42 suit, just because it's a personal favorite. And by messing around with this satellite, we got access to another mini-kit. So now we're halfway through the mini-kit total, and we have the red brick, and the satellite can be destroyed for extra studs. We're about 40% of the way through the stud count. So we're making pretty good progress here. I go up here just in case anything is hanging around up where a flying character could get to it but no one else could go. Sometimes the LEGO games like to do that. And I'm going to break some more stuff for the sake of getting more studs. Okay, Loki pushes us back there. Tried to destroy that piece of office furniture. It doesn't seem to want to be destroyed. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and use the computer. And again, it's up, left, and down. That sends power to a couple of things, including the important stuff over here that will help us advance further into this stage, or at least this part of the stage. Right, picked up a few more studs there, courtesy of the stud attractor. Had a little bit of a video capture malfunction here. Oh, and during that period of time, I accidentally called down some Iron Legion guys. This really didn't do me any good here. Okay, it's having a hard time maneuvering around there. There's a purple stud down here, and I just want to make sure I grabbed it. So we go to the character switcher, and we need somebody who can deal with glass. And other than Hawkeye, there's really only one other character who can deal with glass that I'm aware of. Again, I haven't explored every character in all their abilities. And that's Daisy Johnson. So we're going to give Chloe Bennett her moment here, so she can help out the Avengers, and in a way that they've wanted to do with the TV show but haven't been able to. Alright, so we blow that stuff over there, forcing Loki to move once again, this time to his central boss area. And now we are forced over there as well. So hopefully there was nothing else we needed to find in that section. Okay, so now the tricky thing here is that we need to keep looking around during the boss fight, because there could be stuff. I mean, there's certainly more things to break for studs. All right, so we're going to change away from Daisy to Black Widow. Now this is a sign of me trying to be cute, but ultimately failing, because even though I've gone stealth here, actually it's working. You can see that the Loki characters are not following me around. Spider-Man, however, is getting beat the heck up. Alright, so there's a speed ramp here, and after we break all the stud-related stuff, that ramp is going to require our attention next. Based on the fact that we have that we have 5 mini-kits so far, it seems reasonable enough to assume that the rest of the mini-kits are in the rest of the level. Problem we've got here is, as we get out of stealth and try to jump on this thing, is there are Loki people attacking us. Another problem with having a character with both speed and Thor's hammer is that sometimes you can get stuck charging the hammer in the middle of trying to charge up a run. Right, so we're going to try to give this one more go. We're running around up here, and the Iron Bulldog comes through, and we're able to find the character token for the leader. And now we're going to fly around with the Iron Bulldog and see if there's anything else that we're missing. And assuming we're not, we will now attack Loki with the weapon that he knows pretty well, Thor's hammer. And that will bring us to the end of this part of the stage. So we'll continue the free play run of a Loki entrance next time.